guys, so happy new year. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. Today I wanted to show you guys what I do for kind of my everyday makeup. I don't really wear a ton of makeup. I have gone, as many of us have, through phases of how much makeup I'm wearing, and you know, the high school phases were there, and I've kind of settled at this place where I feel good about my routine and I feel good about like the style of makeup that I'm going for, which is pretty minimal and natural. I will say that makeup is like one of the biggest areas that I want to become more low waste in. I have a couple brands that I love that are really great at doing their part to lower their impact on the environment, but there are still some brands that I use that aren't the best, and I am not going to pretend that they are. So yeah, that's just my little disclaimer, but without further ado, let's just get right into the video. So up until this point, I have done all my skincare, so I've moisturized, toned, serumed, all that stuff, and now my face is clean, supple, and ready to be made up. I've been really dry recently. It's winter, and even though I have 2 humidifiers in my room, I've been really dry, especially like around the nose area, and I just moisturized, but already I'm like feeling a little tight and dry. So the first step of my routine is I always go in with the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. This is kind of one of the areas I'm talking about. Like, this is not the most ideal product. It obviously comes in plastic and not the greatest. Glossier is pretty popular amongst sustainable oriented content creators, which I've always found really interesting because it's not actually like that sustainable, and they've never really talked about it. Glossier doesn't really have much information about their environmental practices. The one thing they did is made the packaging optional, so all their orders used to come in these little like bubble wrap bags, which are so wasteful. So now you can opt out of that, which is good. But I would like to step up my game a little bit, so this isn't something that I plan on repurchasing again. I have this bottle and like another one that's like half full, so once I'm done with those, hopefully I'll have found a better alternative. Okay, this next product is one that is new to me. I'm really excited about it, and it is this Lifeguard zinc oxide UV inhibitor, as they call it, or basically just a heavy-duty sunscreen, a mineral sunscreen. I'm really excited about this. It comes in a glass jar, which is obviously preferable to plastic, and it's super natural, organic. Ingredients are right here, very short list. Red raspberry seed oil, macadamia nut oil, shea butter, non-nano zinc oxide, beeswax, essential oil, and vitamin E, and it's all organic. So I'm excited about this. So next up, I'm gonna go in with a little sunblock. I've been not gonna lie, pretty bad about using sunblock every day, and the only times I've really been good about it are when I've been using I think it's called Sun Shield or something by Glossier, which is a chemical sunblock, and that's just not the vibe I'm trying to go for anymore. I really want to use a more natural sunblock, and the problem with zinc is that it can be really white on the skin, and so I've kind of been weary of it, but I read really good reviews that this was pretty sheer and not super white, and I would have to agree. So yeah, not super white. I'm very impressed with this. I'll keep you guys posted on how I'm liking this in the future. Okay, so now I'm moisturized, sunblocked. I'm gonna go in with the Skin Tint from Glossier. This is in G9. Always give it a good shake first. And usually I'll do like 10 drops on my finger. I don't know why 10, but that's just kind of the number I've landed on. And then I'll give it a little mix and just go in. I always start like under my eyes because I don't wear concealer, so I like to start under my eyes and just kind of massage it in, and then get my nose and like bring it out. So I start in the middle and I bring it out, and I don't really do my forehead. Like, I might just kind of rub any excess on there, but there's not really any point. You can't really tell. So yeah, like I said, I just try to focus it like in this general area, and that usually does the job for me. So now that's on. Next up, I'm going to go in with Brow Flick by Glossier, which I really like. Again, Glossier in general, I have mixed feelings about. I don't want to use them forever. I don't love them. I like their products a lot. I like the way they work. That is all great, but I want to hear more from them about sustainability because they have this huge platform and this huge voice, and I think that they should be doing a little bit more in that regard. I still like the products, and I've yet to find a better alternative that has these kinds of products. So until then, I'm using Brow Flick. Give it a good shake first, and I'm using the viewfinder as a mirror, so I'm gonna have to zoom in. I like to focus this in the arch of my brow. Wow, look at that zoom. Okay, so I like to focus this kind of in this area. I don't really do much here, I leave it, but up here I'll just kind of go in like this. Wow, this is almost easier than a mirror. Okay, so I kind of go against the hair. I don't know, there's really not a ton of method to my madness, but I just kind of go in multiple directions till I feel like there's a bit of a more, let's see, you can see the difference. Here's the eye that's been done, the eye that hasn't been done. So yeah, I like this for arch defining purposes. So now I'll go into the other one. I always have one eyebrow that's harder to do. Is that true for you guys? I always get frustrated by that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of like, if you mess up, like you can always just like smudge it out with your finger. It's not a big deal. So yeah, that's kind of all I'll do with Brow Flick. And then I go in with Boy Brow in Blonde. I've been wanting to try this in clear to get a better hold because Blonde doesn't have the best hold, but I do like it. So I'll just kind of brush up and out a few times. With the inner part of my eyebrow, I'll kind of do like I'll brush like in toward the middle a little bit, like at a diagonal, and then just kind of fluff it out. And then I'll go over the middle a touch and then do the other side. And then I don't always love the super feathery look at the end, so I'll kind of just take it down a little bit with the brush, just like that. The next thing I use, which is probably my most precious cosmetic item, is the Noto Botanic Lip Cheek Eye Stain in the color Ono Ono. And I love this. I've talked about it before in my favorites video. It's great. The color is, if I can get it open, the color is this beautiful terracotta color. I use this all over my face. I'll do like a mini zoom now. Okay, so the first place I use this, going with my fingy, is just like cheeks, and I kind of go in like a straight-ish line, like kind of high up on my cheekbone. I'll start by just like doing this to get the general gist of it, and then I'll just keep building it. I like kind of an intense blush look. I just think it's really pretty. So I'll go in a little more and just kind of brush it out. So I like to use this as like a blush and kind of a little contour. And a little trick, if you're finding it's too much in one area, I mean, this is kind of obvious and self-explanatory, but I have it on this finger, and if I'm finding it to be too much, sometimes it'll get like a little too built up here. I'll just use a finger that doesn't have it on to just kind of like disperse it a little more and blend it a little more. But I like to go in with, like I said, a pretty large quantity of this because I just think it's really pretty. Here's my face with it. Here's my face without it. Go into the other side. But yeah, this is like the bulk of what I use on my face. I really like monochromatic makeup looks and just monochromatic looks in general. So I like that my eyes match my cheeks and my lips when I use this, and it's simple and easy and you can use your finger. I'm not into brushes and beauty blenders and applicators. It's just too much effort for me. I like to get it done with my hands and then move on. But more power to you if you have the patience to use all that stuff. Okay, so that's good for now. I might add more later, we'll see. And then after I do my cheeks, I do the bridge of my nose a little bit, and I just kind of like really lightly go back and forth, and then just blend that to kind of give the slightly sun-kissed look. Yeah. And then next up, I'll go in my eye crease, and I'll just kind of rub this in the crease, not with much like, no specifics here. I'm just like getting it in there. Just getting it on in there. And I'll do the same on the other side. Just kind of carry it out a little bit so it's, I don't know what I'm saying, but blended. Like, this is not what you want, or not what I want at least, so just kind of blend it. My eyes are slightly hooded, which makes it difficult to do like winged eyeliner and stuff, so I don't mess around with that really, because again, it's too much work to try to get it to look right. So that's all I do. Lastly, for this, I'll go in and do my lips and go over my lips a few times, give you more of a zoom. So I naturally have pretty pinky lips, and this is more of an orangey color, which I really enjoy. Cool, so now all of that stuff is done on my face. Next up, I use the Lash Lick from Glossier. This is like my favorite mascara that I've used, so until I find another one that's better, I probably will continue to use this. Yeah, I mean, I love Glossier's products. I just want to hear more from them about the earth. I just want more. So I'll give you a zoom again. So I keep the mascara pretty light. I only do my top eyelashes, and I focus on the outer corner a little bit. I kind of like to pull to the side a little bit to give like sort of a cat eye effect. So yeah, that's all I'll do for mascara. It's not the most. And then same on the other side. Yeah, that's good. So the last thing that I do for my makeup is Future Dew. And I really like this, not gonna lie. I use this instead of a highlighter, and it works. The only thing is, when I went to put this on the other day, I pumped it out and it kind of was separated, like the oil had separated from the rest of it. So that's not great, and I see now it's completely fixed. So it looks like this. It's a pretty thick serum. Okay, but it's kind of separating now. Wait, I don't know if you can see. This wasn't happening, like this didn't happen until yesterday, but I want you to see. And let me know if this has happened to any of you, if you've used this. Okay, you can barely see, but you see the little specks? Those little specks of red are, like that right there, are where it's separated, and that's like just oil that is separated from it. So I don't know why that's happening. That's new, it wasn't happening before, but whatever, it's fine, it works. So give it a little mixy mix, and then I'll just go in on my cheekbones first. I guess I'll zoom more. And I just kind of pat this on. I don't rub it because I don't want to rub off what I've already put on my face. So give it some little pats, and you can definitely see it's dewy. And then I'll do the same on the other side. And I'm pretty liberal with this because I like the dewy look. Do a little on the tip of my nose. A little on the Cupid's bow, a little on my chin, and then a little up here. Here, inner corner, kind of just all the areas you would normally put a highlighter is where I put this, and then any extra that I have on my hand I'll rub into my forehead or just like rub it in down here. If I have other extra, I'll just rub it into my neck / chest to use it up. So here it is. As you can see, like, you can still see my skin under here. That's a pimple. You can see it. It doesn't really cover much. You can still see my purple eye bags, but I like it enough. That is my makeup look. This is what I do every day. It really never varies. I don't own other makeup. I don't have like special makeup or makeup for special occasions. This is it all the time. What you see is what you get. So in case you were ever curious, this is what I do. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Not that I'm an expert or really know what I'm doing, but I do this every day, so I can tell you how to do this look, which is pretty minimal. No makeup, I guess. If you have recommendations for lower waist makeup products, I would love to hear. I know that there are brands out there, I just don't know that they're gonna do what I want them to do, so I'm weary about it, but I want to switch over. I don't want to be using Glossier forever, so let me know if you guys have any recommendations. I'd love to hear. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year, and I'll see you in the next one.